Hello, I'm Tina from VectoriaDesigns, and here's another crafting kit for you, especially if you love vintage writing ephemera and designs. The I'm a Writer Crafting Printables Kit. Patricia from the YouTube channel Le Café Craft has made 3 tutorials with these printables: a paper keeper, a journal, and a journal on the go. On her channel, Patricia shares many more beautiful tutorials and she's very fun to watch. Definitely go check out her channel, the link is below. In this video, Patricia is going to show you a flip through of the projects that she made with these printables. The tutorials how to craft all 3 of these projects will be in separate videos, the links are below as well. If you would like to discover more information about this kit with these beautiful printables, the link is below as well. And now I give the word to Patricia. Enjoy.
Okay, so our paper keeper is all done and we're just gonna look and flip through it and see how everything that we added up make it even better, if there is such thing, because it's already so cool by itself. Okay, so we opening it, right? We put a little magnet here and I put a little plate paper keeper because of course it's a paper keeper and it's a keeper, by the way. So I use one of the full page print of the I'm a Writer kit to put in the front page because why not? This is the kit that I'm working on. All right, so this first opening, we did that front, the inside of the front page where we mounted those 2 pockets. So pretty much the only thing I added was I kind of reinforced what was already there, which means I put a metal corner, as there is another one which is, drawn here, but this one is a real one that I added up, and I added up 2 little brads and the little ribbon here, right? And then I used the pockets to put the bigger printout and some coffee paper, cut out things that I had and which fits nicely in here. So this is that page. Now here, of course, we have where we keep our paper, right? So as previously stated, you can put at least about 15 pages, which is a lot better than what you can put in, those plastic pockets that, because after a few pages, it kind of wobble and everything. So here it stays flat, right? Also, because the way the opening is on the top, right? Because the side rails don't go all the way up, you can actually flip through and see what you have in the back, which is pretty cool because with a plastic sleeve, usually you see front and back, and that's about that, right? So that was our first page. Second page, again, we have a background right here. Then here we did this corner pocket, which I used to put, like other paper that I had, right? So they go in there, just like so. And what I did is I also added, with one of the embellishments, a little, side belly band tuck. Why not? That's all I got to say on that. I mean, we have to use those pages for something. You don't have to, but, might as well they're there, right? Now, here's the other page where we did the belly band. Now, that belly band is, as you know, you can actually open it and take your papers out, which I think is actually pretty nifty, if you ask. I got some copies of letters that I thought maybe I use with the kit. So you can put your paper like this and then like this, and here you are, right? Okay. I kept everything pretty bland other than the, background. I used some background paper for the back in some cases because it's all about the papers. So I couldn't put so much that, then you don't really see the paper as per se anyhow. So here, this is where I decided to put all the printed of the journal for the I'm a Writer kit. Then they will be all in here. So when I get to the journal, this is where they are, nice, flat, and orderly, the way we like things to be. This page here, so I put here the printout of the smaller size journal, which, you will see where we did with that. So I put them here. Here we did those little, that I call size clips. I don't know what name that should be there. I think they're like tucks, right? And I put a nice background, is one of the background which come with the kit. And you know, you can actually put little bit and pieces of, you know, whatever you get cut out, or you know, little leftover of this or that, or things that maybe you want to use but you're not sure you're gonna use. You know, I figure you can keep them here, there, and you know, they stay nice and secure. They just don't move. They just stay right there where we put them. Okay, and then this page this page I put the coffee dye paper because I figure I'm gonna use some coffee dye, so matter as well. It's all here, ready to be used. And on this side, we did a belly band, but the other way around, like horizontal. Same thing. You can open it, take your papers out. As you can see, I also use one of the background paper which come with the kit. I really kind of like those stones. And same thing, I put some of the cutout that I had left over and the long pieces, you know, because you do have sometimes those strips and all. Hold on, let's see. I want to put everything back right. And you can put those long pieces in here. I mean, it's really neat because everything is nice and organized. I think it's a must for any craft room. You know, who doesn't need a little paper keeper? Keep everything nice and organized, right? Oops, I forgot. And if you forget to put one, you just slide it right in, just like so. Now the next page is the page where I put all the writing as a reference guide. If I wanted to use something to look at all the words which were available. And I think it's, you know, it's really nice by itself. I put some line paper here too. And here I put all the embellishment printout. I did some on cardstock, some on regular paper. They're all here. So if I want some have been, this is on cardstock, some have been already cut out. But anyway, so this is where I'm keeping them. And I mean, it is so easy to take in, to take out. This is readily accessible. You know what you have. You can sort out what you have. You know, take a peek from the top. I think it's pretty nifty, as they said. And finally, the last page. This is where we did all the embellishment, the already cut embellishment, that the one that you know you're gonna use, or maybe not, or there is 2 or 3 left on the page that you get to put somewhere. So we use those envelopes that we altered by putting gussets on the side. So this same thing, this way you can really sip through and see what you have, and you know, it is not too tight. This is the other one. Now this one we just inserted in like so, right? We made that slit so it goes right in. Same, it has the little gussets on the side, and then you have all your little embellishment, labels, little tags. It's all in here. On the top here, we have the little row of paper clips, just in case you have some little words that you cut out that maybe you want to use. You're not sure, you change your mind. You can always put them there temporarily so they're not, you know, flying all around. This goes right in here, and we line them up because we like things to be like nice and neat. And finally, the last page. So I do have all the pens because there was a whole bunch of pens. I love the pens. Come with that kit, I love the pens. So I printed all the pens, most of the pens, or twice the pens actually, and put them all nice together. And we made the little holder for the pens, so they stay all nice and tucked right here. And then finally, the big envelope where we have all the bigger embellishments, which open like this. You can make a twirly if you want to. We kind of address that, right? And the same thing, we altered by putting gussets on the sides. We put a little window in the front, and now you can see everything you have. And those are all the big cutouts that I did. I love that little thing here. Anyway, so I got my little pens, and see, I have a few little name that I cut out that I can put right here. I mean, it is nice. It is accessible. You can take them in, you can take them out. It's really easy, compact, ready to go. You can print your old kit, set it up, go at it whenever you want it. You can make one for all your grid papers. You can make one for, I don't know, whichever way, all your coffee dye paper or your flower paper, whichever papers that you want to keep. It's like, make like a whole bunch of them. This is the side right here. You have plenty of room. And that is the Paper Keeper. All right, so the journal is finished, and I just went all out. I want you to know that. So, well, we already know how we made it. That's one thing. Here is the spine. This is how it looks like. So, as you can tell, there's plenty of room. So you were able to put, a lot of whatever you wanted to put in it. But anyway, let's see what I put in it. So we close with a magnet. So we open it just like that. And this is the back of the front cover. So there is, in the kit, there is this cutout, which is like so, which you can make a little pocket out of. So what I did is I cut it, and then I made another one the other way around. And then this way, I was able to have two pockets with little gussets on the side, to put all kind of little, things that you want to use for your journal, little labels, little tags. Okay, so I was able to put them in there. And I hope you can see it good. See, it's got little gussets on the side, and then I put a little name tag here with the word story. Okay, and then I use other words and put them there. I embellished with the little shiny dots looking like brats, but they're not brats. This is from the dollar store. It's those little shiny things. What is it called? Stickers, right? The jewel stickers. That's what it is. And I use here, you're going to see I use them like here, and there. All right, so that's the front cover. The first page, well, I used those little stickers. I just went with whatever was on that picture, and I really love it for a first page. I put a little bit of lace right here. I put a little brad with a little ribbon. I made like a fake curtain out of coffee dye tracing paper. And I give her a little belt, and I give her little bows in her hair. And I put all those little words coming out of her papers that she's reading. Anyway, I'm telling you, I just got carried away with that journal. It was extremely inspiring to me. So anyhow, this is the first page, and I wanted it like whimsical and light and secretive and all kind of things, right? Now, okay, so there is room to write. Now, don't you worry, there is room to write. This is out of an old picture album. Those are kind of like see-through protection. They're extremely old, so... But I figure, this journal sure deserve it. I put some faux leather paper here, and I weaved a little bit of ribbon on the front and back. And then I had little cutout that I put here and there. It's extremely whimsical. So this is another page of the kit. And all the embellishment are from the kit, except if I say this is not from the kit, but most of them are from the kit. This is from the kit. This is some handwriting papers that I have that I put in the background. This is parchment paper. I think that that color is called copper, if I remember right. This is some other writing that I found. This is a pen to match that pen, and this is also in the embellishment. This is coffee dye paper. I stenciled some music because there's music on this page, and I made that little pocket. That is also in the embellishment. I did a little opening and smooshed a little ribbon here, and I shadowed the pocket with, I think that's called deli paper. You know, it's kind of like a brown see-through paper. And I put like little cutout in here so you can see it's a pocket. That's out of the embellishment as well. There's so many things to see in here. This is the coffee dye. This is one of the pen that I use as a border. Those are the pages of the kit. This is pure decoration. This is a little texture see-through paper that I made. Now that the music tag I had, but this is from the embellishment, that as well. I used those from one of the cutout that I did for the paper keeper, so I reused it here. In the middle here, with the thread of the signature, I put a little nib, and that's decoration too. That doesn't do anything with that. This one, this page, I used some coffee dye tracing paper, and I cut the letters for writer and just put them here and there. Now this is a page. This is again a coffee dye page. This is the embellishment. That's in the embellishment. That's pieces of a book. That's the other side of the embellishment. That's also from the embellishment. I put some texture paper in the back of that. This is parchment paper. This is from the embellishment. This is a pen. I love those pens. This is actually a little pocket. And with a little brad and a little ribbon. That is part of the embellishment. And on the other side, there's also a little pocket. Those are the little shiny stickers. You know what? If I come back with the word for it, I will say it. It's kind of jewel stickers or something like that. Now here is the end of the first signature. So this is why I really like that type of binding, because I don't have a big cutoff between one signature and the other signature. You know, it just flows. I really like the way this binding worked. So just saying. This is part of the embellishment as well. Now, this is handwritten paper that I put here. This is part of the background papers. And those are two little plates that I made with the letter V and the letter D for VectoriaDesigns right here. Because that's the kit, isn't it? Yes! On the other side here, I made a tall pocket with the faux leather paper. This is from a book. This is one of the embellishments. This is a little double page from the little book that I put in here. Now here is a little booklet, but you cannot take it off. I sew it right on the pocket. And that's part of the embellishment too. It's a little book-like cutout. See, this is the back, this is the front. And I just put some tracing coffee dye paper, some coffee dye paper, and I stamp it with some lettering here and there. And it's a whole little booklet. And it doesn't go anywhere. It is sewn into the pocket. And then you just tie it up right here. Now, this page, I put the little shiny dots right there, like a little headband for her. And I cut little pieces of paper that I stamped with some printing, handwritten print. and made like a little cascade of papers and right on top of a desk. I thought that was right in the spirit of it all. I'm telling you, I got carried away. I really dive into every page. I was like, ooh, I could do this, I could do that. This is a piece of vellum who has some handwriting on it, and it can use as a secret pocket or a little belly band. Like so, and as you can see the other side as well. This is part of the kit. Those pages is just, I mean, it really is inspiring. This is a baking paper, with other known as crackling paper. I love the sound of it. Don't you like it, right? And same thing, I weaved some ribbon in it, you know, so it shows on both sides. It's for no reason at all. I mean, it is just decoration. I just wanted to go with it, and I sure did. This is another page of the kit. This is a coffee dye with that's part of the embellishment. Now this is coffee dye. This is one pocket, which is part of the embellishment. And what I did, I shadowed it. I put a shadow with handwritten paper, you know, to just kind of make it a little bit bigger. This is a journaling card that is from the kit as well. Now, those are words that I took from the kit. And this is parchment paper, and I think this one is gray. This is part of the embellishment as well. And that is a texture white paper. I think that was in a photo album as well. And those letters were also in the part of the embellishment. Here's another coffee dye. This is a little journaling card. It is part of the embellishment, as you already figured out, and that's a little tuck right here. And that's a little pocket. This is some more crackling sound. Like so. I put a piece of vellum paper right here in between. Now this is part of one of the full page background. I mean the full page from the kit, and it has that little girl on a sofa reading a book. So what I did is I printed it on cardstock, cut it out, and made it as a pocket. And I think that was pretty, I like this idea anyway. So I thought that was a nice pocket right there. Now here, because this picture here is pretty geometrical and, you know, kind of like serious, this old man is writing, I made, you know, kind of it's one of the embellishments. I made kind of a plate looking like a blazon, or I don't know, something like serious and masculine anyway. So I put little brads here and there, and I layer it with the leather paper and some, I think it's baking paper in the back. That is one of the background from the kit. Now this is another very old little protection paper from a photo album. Those are from the kit. I made them bigger by putting them on coffee dye and cutting around. This is one of the little pockets. Isn't that so adorable? This is one of the little pockets. Yeah, but this is also parchment paper, and I think that's the ivory color. That's another little pocket. And those are the part of the embellishment. I picked that color just kind of to call on that side of the page. Now those I had, okay, that's the sound paper. We're gonna call it the sound paper. The crackling paper, I had a little bit of fun because they have tags with little typewriters, and it says Model 1. So here you have Model 2, and here I put Model 3. I figure let's get organized with the typewriters. This is coffee dye paper. This is a pocket that I made. This is out of a book that I just cut out, and it's a little journaling card in here. That's part of the embellishment too. Oh, actually, I'm going to put it out because I'm going to show you what happened later on. There is no reason at all for those other than it just made me so happy to have those in the middle. So this is what it is. It's just decoration. That's the daily paper I was talking about. And I just like it. I think it's so light and airy and mysterious. And anyway, I kind of like that. So that's what I did here. Okay. This is another pocket. This is the other side of the pocket, actually, with the handwritten. And I put the little label, little journaling card, some coffee dye paper, you know, to write a few things if you need to. This is more sound paper, and that's part of the embellishment. I had so much fun. Actually, I had too much fun doing that because I could have done it forever. I mean, it was really, really, really nice, you know, because it's already there. You just go with what you have, and it's just, I don't know, it was pretty fluid. Actually, I had, I think, too many ideas at that point. But anyway, long story short, this is parchment paper as well, the ivory one. This is kind of a lace die cut that I put on top of that, you know, very old protection paper. And that you can use them, you know, to tuck paper if you want to, or without anything for that matter. I mean, it's just pretty by itself. That's the end of the last signature. So here again, I accentuate, you know, a few little things with the jewel stickers. Here, because there was a chair and then there was a book, and I thought, you know what, it's a reading book. So I found that pile of book that I thought I put on cardstock and cut around and use. I kind of like the colors. It kind of calls off a little bit of the border. Anyway, for what it's worth, this is what I did. This is one of the background of the kit. Now here, yes, that's what I wanted to show you. So this is from the embellishment. And if you see, it looks like 3 pieces of paper, or like one on top of the other. So what I did is I kind of cut around them and inserted more paper in it to give it like more an impression of volume. I just wanted to have fun. So this is what it looks like. And this I pin with the one of, I'm gonna show you the hardware I use with one little pin. And this is a tall pocket, and we're gonna go through that too as well. And this is an envelope where right now there's pieces of little coffee dye paper. So if you want to write notes or anything, you can put extra embellishment in it that you want to use in your journal. And then I made a slit in the back here, and the you know, the top of the envelope slide right into it, and then it stays just like that. Now so that tall pocket has a gusset because I wanted it to be you know, not too tight. And this is made out of chipboard, and I used the background in the kit. And that is if you are gonna write in your journal, because it is a journal that you want to write on. But you know, I'm aware that there is a lot of decoration and thickness of this and that. So this is to put in, and then this way you can write on a flat surface. And I think that should be pretty useful if you want to write in a journal that Patricia decorated, because gee, I sure put a lot of this and that in it. And that goes here in the back. You can put it this way or this way, whichever way you want to put it. And it should fit Nice and easy. I'm gonna put a little ribbon here. And then it just closes with the magnet. So what I use other than, well, what you see me doing the journal with, I used some old, fake old ribbon, right, for the tags and weaving. I used some lace, pieces of lace, which was like this. I used little brad, I just spilled them all over. So there is some hexagon brads, some square brads, some round brads, some tiny brads. I think all of those are Tim Holtz brads. I also use, but the jewel border stickers, obviously not that many if you think about it, right? I use those pins. See, those are the pins. This is what it is, right? Memo pins, okay? And that little plate in the front right there, this is one of those. And then I put the little brad on each side, right? And that's my I'm a Writer journal. Okay, so this is the flip through for our little journal on the go. So we do have our little journal here, right? Made out of those incredible, beautiful print. Now, of course, if you want to add up pockets in the front and the back, you sure can. You got room for it. I did not, but you can totally do that. Okay. That's journal number 2, or number, whatever number you want to give them. And that's the one I put in, which is this one. Like so. Okay, so I used this one was part of a background. This one was part of a half-page picture. And this one was, I think was part of a page that, leftover of a page that I kind of liked. That is part of a page that is from a background. And this is the other side of, this is supposed to be a whole book cover, full size, but I just took pieces of it. Anyway, I like how they kind of worked out. So the little, it is a pocket book at this point. So let me show you. So this is the front. This is what it looks like. I added up a little ribbon here. This is the back. And those are part of the embellishment package. There's so many of them. I was so just like overwhelmed by choosing something because I like every single one of them. So anyway, and that's also part of the embellishment. There's a little ink bottle so you can refill your ink pen. Anyway, so it does open like this. I put the pocket. The only thing I added up on the pocket was a little brad with a little ribbon. That is like a feather pen. It is also part of the embellishment. That is part of the embellishment. Everything is part of the embellishment. See, this is the little pocket with the little gusset, right? I put 2 journaling cards, which are part of the embellishment. I printed them on parchment paper, and it goes in here. And those, which are also embellishment, those are those tag tickets that, you can either cut here or fold, and sometimes you put them on a page, half on this page, half on the other page. I made little booklet with them. And I put little inspiring words from, also from the embellishment. So that I put little coffee dye paper. So I have 1 little booklet, 2 little booklets. I love it. I think they look so cool. And 3 little booklet, to jolt little note, right? And that goes in that front pocket right there. So here is the, which holds your booklet. I put a little tag, which is also part of the embellishment. This is also part of the embellishment. And I use it as a, paperclip type of thing, like little tuck. So it's glued halfway here. And here I put a little, you know, little something if you want to write little secret things or whatever. That's also part of the embellishment, and it goes here. So now, okay, and as you know, this is the front and this is your back. So the only thing you have to decide is which booklet you want to put in, right? So you can put this one in if you wanted to, or the other one in, whichever one. I mean, they all look so good. I have to say, they all look so good. And then you get your little refills. When it's done, you just go on and put another one. I didn't tie the ribbon by itself. I just tied it with the string that I had left over. I just wanted like a little touch of ribbon. So that's what I put right there. Okay, and you do, as I said, you have enough room to put a envelope if you wanted to. And this is the one I'm gonna put in, kind of like it. I love them all, so here you go. And then to close it, it goes like this. So now you get a little ribbon to pay attention to, but other than that, it goes right in. So those measurements, if you put the measurement exactly how we said to measure, that cut is perfect for the top, okay? And this is your security. You put it right there, and that will hold it close. But it won't open anyway. I tried it. Oh, also, I wanted to say, because that little pocket has a gusset, if you don't want to put, you know, if you don't want to spend time doing those, you can also put one of the little book. It does fit in, because I tried it. See, and you can put, actually, I think I put it this way. It fits in. You can put 2 books if you want to, and you can still close it. Just like that. Okay? So that is the little journal on the go. I really hope you enjoyed the making of it. I really, really did. I thought that was really nice. I mean, all the embellishment you have in that kit and everything. I mean, this is like, I could have kept on going forever. So that was the 3rd and last tutorial for VectoriaDesigns. And I thank you, VectoriaDesigns and the whole team, because that was such an incredible opportunity, and hope you enjoy every tutorial made with that kit, which I say again is the I'm a Writer kit, and that's what it is. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Bye.